Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Welcome to a Monday morning, which means welcome to a brand new week. It is Monday, and we are jumping into this week together. Our teacher for this week is Jack Canfield. And if you've read or know about the book or series of books, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Jack Canfield was a part of the writing team for Chicken Soup for the Soul. Somebody, good morning. Charlene, good morning. Linda, good morning. Michelle, good morning. Happy Monday to every one of you. Awesome having you here. If I had to ask you right now to reach for your clear vision, would you have something ready to reach for? Would you be able to pick it up and show me exactly what it is that you want from life? I'll make it a little bit clearer. Is this something that you have written down somewhere? A continuously evolving picture that becomes clearer over time? Can you close your eyes and immediately see the image of what it is you are busy creating in your future? Anthony, good morning. Happy Monday, dude. Good to see you. Here's a way of making this as easy as possible. Allow yourself to daydream. You don't have to start out being only super realistic. In fact, you can be deliberate about making it as much fun as possible, but do start writing down your daydream and allow it to evolve. Let it be a work in progress that you are constantly reviewing, adding something new, or shaving off the bits that you might have outgrown. If this is not something that is already within easy reach right now, then it's time to put pen to paper and start creating your vision for your future. So Jack Canfield has some really beautiful work on this topic. The first thought from Jack Canfield says, decide what it is you want. Write it down, review it constantly, and each day do something that moves you towards those goals. He says, decide what you want, believe you can have it, believe you deserve it, and believe that it's possible for you. And then close your eyes and every day for several minutes, visualize already having what you want. Feeling the feelings of already having it. Come out of that and focus on what you're grateful for already and really enjoy that. Then go into your day and release it to the universe and trust that the universe will figure out how to manifest it. So today's meditation and the start of our week, going into the week ahead, looks at it from two sides. Number one is new. What do we do about new, creating new and bringing new into our life? Hey Nella, good morning. Happy Monday to you. But as we look into creating the new, we also have to figure out how to deal with the old, because we have to become aware of the patterns that we perpetuate. And when we continue to react from the old program that we have learned while we were in deep survival mode, then we continue repeating the past. So it's not just about creating new. We have to find a new way of dealing with the old as well. Otherwise, we just keep repeating that. Jack Canfield says, you only have control of three things in your life: the thoughts you think, the images that you visualize, and the actions you take. In other words, your behavior. How you use these three things determines everything you experience. I want to repeat that. Everything you experience is influenced by those three things: what you think, what you visualize, and the actions you take. If you don't like what you are producing and experiencing, you have to change your responses. If you want something different, you are going to have to do something different. So we'll take a look at the week ahead and decide proactively how we want to show up this week. Use your past experience to plan and rehearse how you want to respond differently when and if the same old patterns show up again. So if you're ready, let's jump into this week together. You can close your eyes, and here we go. Let's float away, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. A deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, then let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Place your attention specifically on the exhale. With every slow breath out, become intensely aware of how your shoulders are softening, of how your arms are dropping, how your spine softens, how your whole upper body relaxes, and even into your legs. Let every exhale lead you to a place that's softer than the one before. And really like reminding you at the start of every week that what you're doing right now, this very moment, is taking your body by the hand and saying, this is how I want us to do this. You're taking your body by the hand and teaching every cell in your body. Saying, I want to create moments where we put everything down and we reset. We bring everything to softness. Turn away from the busyness for a moment and for this moment, do nothing but breathe. Softer, slower, deeper. As you exhale, repeat that to yourself again. Softer, slower, deeper. How many times can you do that during your day today? Turn away from the busyness and for a moment, just breathe and soften. How many times every day this week can you remind yourself to turn your body away from the busyness and take a moment to breathe? This is not an attempt at escaping, but it really creates a reset. And when you get ready, when you're almost done with your few minutes of breathing, turn your body back to the work and say, are you ready? Let's go. Your nervous system will have softened. Your brain waves will have come down a bit lower. Your heartbeat will have slowed down. And you're ready to get back to whatever it is that needs to get done with just a little bit more clarity. What if this became the default program? What if you've done this so many times, taking your body by the hand, that it is becoming the default setting? Your body knows how to turn away, breathe, soften, and then again, lean in. Let's get back to what needs to get done. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left and also lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence as much as we are able to for the moment, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long, slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, this is a really good place to stop. However, if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and feel how softness settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling, feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy. Followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing at the start of a new week, ready to dive in. Take your next big breath. Take a look at your week ahead. And for a moment, remind yourself of what is known about the week ahead. What is already in the calendar. What are some of the things you need to get done? What are some of the people you need to see? What are some of the meetings you need to have? And perhaps what are some of the places you need to go? As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, remind yourself of what is known about the week ahead. Take your next big breath. But I want us today to use Jack Canfield's words to look a little bit further than just the week ahead. And we'll divide it into two things. One part of this is creating the new, bringing the new into our life. And the other part of this is, how do we deal with the old? Understanding that if we deal with the old the same way we always have, we are likely to continue recreating the old. But let's start with the new. We've already looked into the week ahead, now look further. It's up to you how far you want to look into the future. What is some of the new you want to bring into your life? Take your next big breath. The term we mostly use for something like this is vision. What is your vision for the future? And how to understand vision. And very simply put, a vision is a picture of the future that produces passion. Do you have a picture of your future that produces passion? We never create this clear picture if we don't start by writing it down and writing some more and adding some more and adding some more. This is not something we can sit down in one session and come up with our vision for the future. It's something that evolves as long as we keep putting pen to paper and reflecting on what it is we want. We most often don't do this because we are scared that we're dreaming too big and we won't reach it. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, I want you to imagine putting pen to paper. And I want you to make this easy. There's no expectation of what you should come up with and how big or even how small it should be. There's nothing that says this vision of the future needs to be an insanely difficult stretch. It might be a very small step. But see yourself write it down. What is it that you want for yourself in future? Take your next big breath. Perhaps you already have this written down somewhere. So in your mind, see yourself pull that closer and adding to it. And if you don't have it written down yet, perhaps today will be the first. Today will be the start of becoming deliberate about what you want to bring into your life. Let's call it a daydream. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, what would daydream look like? Allow your imagination to wander, but see yourself writing this down. Take your next big breath. That part is creating the new, becoming deliberate about the picture you create about your future. But we have to also address the old and how we react to the old. We all have taken on board through our lives some programming, some patterns that are on autopilot and react to the world around us in an unconscious way. And here we have to be deliberate too, because if we don't come up with a new response to the old, then we'll continue recreating the old. For a moment, I want you to search for an example from your last week, or perhaps the week before, where your own reaction looked a lot like an old reaction. The same way of reacting again. You can search back even further if you need to find a better example. What does a new response look like to this old, repeated reaction? It tends to be that we need to start with looking at ourselves through kind eyes. So take a moment and see if you can do this. Look at an old reaction, and for the moment, look at this human through kind eyes. Take your next big breath. And if you have an example of yourself struggling to deal with something in the last week or two, or perhaps further back, if you could redo that, what would a new response be? Take a moment and rehearse this. If you had the same experience again, how would you respond differently this time? Take your next big breath. We'll take just one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Two things I want you to take away from this meditation at the start of your week. First is, become deliberate about writing down what you want from life, what you want to create in your life, what you want to draw into your life. Make the decision to write about this often. Scratch out the old things that you've outgrown and add the new things you've realized. But make this a body of continuing work, to the point that every cell in your body knows what you're busy creating. I'll read to you again from Jack Canfield's work. He says, decide what it is you want, write it down, review it constantly, and each day do something that moves you towards those goals. Decide what you want, believe that you can have it, believe you deserve it, and believe it's possible for you. And then close your eyes and every day for several minutes visualize already having what you want, feeling the feelings of already having it. Come out of that and focus on what you're grateful for already, and really enjoy that. Then go into your day and release it to the universe and trust that the universe will figure out how to manifest it. That's the one side of the equation. Can you this week start to become a lot more deliberate about putting pen to paper and creating what you want? The other side of this is that we have to also be deliberate about how we react to the old things, our own old patterns and programs. In order to create the new in our life, we're going to have to change how we respond to the old. You only have control over 3 things in your life, says Jack Canfield. the thoughts that you think, the images you visualize, and the actions you take. How you use these three things determines everything you experience. If you don't like what you are producing and experiencing, you have to change your response. If you want something different, you're going to have to do something different. So the other side of this equation is this. One more time, remind yourself, see this picture of an old response. An old way you reacted the last week, the week before. Don't be angry about the old reaction, but become deliberate and determined that I will respond in a new way. I will start responding in a way that creates new things. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of standing at the start of a new week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder to become deliberate about my vision. Remembering to put pen to paper and write this down in words. What is it that I want? What is it that I want to create? So that I can see it, so that my body can feel it, so that every cell in my body knows what my goals are. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder to challenge my old reactions. The reminder to become aware when I am about to react in the same old way, so that I can take a moment. Remember to breathe, and then choose how to respond. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for jumping into the week along with the rest of us. Good morning, Pepe. Good evening, actually. Good to see you here. Ingo, thanks for visiting us. Make this week your opportunity to take a big step forward in creating clarity about what you want in your life. If you haven't written that down yet, bring it closer. Bring a piece of paper and a pen closer and start capturing that. If you have it written down somewhere, go and fetch it and see how that's changed for you. Have you outgrown some ideas? And I always feel like it's worthwhile mentioning this. Sometimes this is about big ideas and creating a massive goal, but it isn't always, and it shouldn't have to be. Sometimes this is about looking at the really small things and just deciding how I want to show up in the small things. Write it down. Allow it to happen. I like that. But when we write it down, we're also closer to making it happen. Thank you, Sunmary and Anthony and Pepe and Michelle and Linda and Charlene and Nella and Ingo and whoever else might be in the background. I hope you have an awesome week, but do become more deliberate. Don't let the week run away from you. Lots of love to you all. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.